Buenos dias, señoritas y señoritos. In spite the clear and very forceful, supposedly, and authoritative order given by President Bongbong Marcos to his cousin, Speaker Martin Romualdez, to stop actions on the People's Initiative to amend the Constitution and to instead give the Senate the respect to initiate charter change, but only touching the economic provisions and not the political provisions. Kasi klaro po, walang tiwala si President Marcos sa pinsan niya at saka mga congressmen na hindi nila gagalawin ang term extension or mga political provisions na i-amend nila to extend their term from 3 years to 6 years and subject to re-election pa yan for local government officials and congressional officials, parang mga senator. So explicit and clear po talaga yung order na tigilan nyo na yan because divisive yan issue na yan. It is working against the interest of the Marcos administration dahil na it gives the impression sa mga tao na puro politika lang, ang political games lang ang inaatupag ng Marcos government habang naghihirap ang taong bayan sa pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin, sa hindi pagbaba sa 20 yung presyo ng bigas and other unfulfilled campaign promises ni Bongbong Marcos. Andyan pa dyan yung mga smuggling, ang katiwalian sa PCSO. So Marcos once Congress, in fact, kinausap niya kasama yung senator, sila Senate President Miguel Zubiri, kasama si Speaker Romualdez na ganun, itigil nyo na yan at ibigay nyo na ang iwanan nyo na ang trabaho na yan sa Senado at dahil dyan nag-file na si Zubiri ng resolution for the Senate to tackle the matter of amending the economic provisions through Constituent Assembly, but for the Senate and the House to vote separately. Pero in spite of that, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po. And we will play you the update on that from ANC, including yung promise ni Senate President Miguel Zubiri na hindi nila gagalawin yung political provisions or term extension, kundi economic lang talaga. Pero the real issue that we will tackle today is this, yung 4 possibilities bakit tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung People's Initiative. Sinasabotahe ba o sinusuway ba ni Romualdez si Marcos, or sinasabotahe ba niya kasi marami na nagagalit kay President Marcos dahil sa tsatsya na ito? Sinasabotahe ba niya ang Marcos government, or ang feeling ba niya weak talaga si Marcos na kaya kailangan siya mag-decide para kay President Bongbong Marcos? So kayo rin, anong palagay nyo dito? Pero i-play muna natin yung mga updates dito, including yung pag-submit ng mga signature sa COMELEC even a week after. Kasi last week lang nagbigay ng order si Marcos to stop all preliminary People's Initiative move action or campaign mga congressmen, pero sige pa rin sila. Nagkakalap pa rin ng mga signature at nagsubmit nga ito sa COMELEC. Let's watch the relevant news on this matter.
Philippine Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri vows to step down from his position if political amendments in the Constitution pushes through. Zubiri's assurance comes after concerns that this renewed push for charter change will involve political agenda, including the extension of terms for officials. But the Senate President gives assurance only economic provisions in the charter will be reviewed by lawmakers. He adds the Senate is ready to question the constitutionality of the ongoing push for People's Initiative before the Supreme Court.
I rest assure you, wala po tayong political amendments. It will be my political head at stake kung merong may isisingit naman ganyan dito at least sa amin sa Senado, hindi namin papasingit yan. If there will be a move like that, then I will resign as Senate President. It's as simple as that. I guarantee you, it is only simple economic amendments to the economic provisions and para gumanda yung bansa at hindi para sa kapakanan ng ilang tao. Lalo na sa mga politiko.
Mga congressmen yun.
Meanwhile, at least one senator not pleased by the sudden turnaround in the chamber's stance on charter change.
Nung binasa ko yung RBA 6, sabi ko na-encounter natin to before. Hindi to bago.
Hati-hati pa rin talaga sila
Hindi siya naging attractive na proposition ngayon. Biglang ang initiative...
Kaya hindi yan matutuloy.
So magtataka ka naman nangyari. Nasindak kami doon sa People's Initiative. Hindi pa sabi ng knee-jerk reaction.
The Commission on Elections has received signature forms for the People's Initiative for Charter Change from about 400 cities and municipalities. But the poll body clarifies at this point its task is purely ministerial, meaning they can only accept the forms and issue a certification. Victoria Tulad tells us more.
In these photos from the local office of the Commission on Elections or COMELEC in Legazpi City, Albay, election officers can be seen inspecting signature forms for the People's Initiative. Similar forms were also sent to the COMELEC offices in Leyte, Samar, Agusan del Norte, and Maguindanao del Sur, as well as in Manila and Quezon City. The People's Initiative is one of 3 ways to amend the Constitution, and for this process to get off the ground, proponents need signatures from 12% of registered voters in the country and 3% of registered voters in every legislative district. The People's Initiative for Modernization and Reform Action, or PIRMA, the group behind this effort, wants the Senate and House of Representatives to vote jointly instead of separately in approving amendments to the 1987 Constitution. According to COMELEC Chairman George Garcia, they have so far received signature forms from 400 cities and
400,
municipalities.
Ang role ng COMELEC ministerial lang. Titingnan lang kung tama yung bilang base po sa deklarasyon ng proponent.
COMELEC will have jurisdiction once a petition for a People's Initiative is filed in the poll body and it is declared sufficient in form and substance. The poll body can then order the verification of signatures by election officers.
Titingnan po niya isa-isa yung signature sa bawat page, sa bawat form. Aalamin niya si A ba registered voter, active pa ba ang kanyang registration as a voter, and then titingnan niya po kung yun yung signature na lumalabas po sa aming voters registration record.
COMELEC will also determine if a voter willingly signed or if he was threatened or his signature was bought.
Ang tawag po natin dyan, madumi yung pirma na yan, and pwede po ibaliwala yan ng ating local COMELEC.
Those who illegally acquired a signature may face charges.
Magsasagawa po kami ng preliminary investigation. Kung sakali mo pong hindi election laws ang nalabag, ito naman po ay maaring tugunan at imbestigahan ng ibang ahensya ng pamahalaan na may jurisdiction.
An example would be a violation of the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. If public fund was used...
Okay, we will discuss that bagay na yan in the coming days kasi medyo madugo yan. So, yun guys, sa nakita natin, tuloy-tuloy yung pagpipirma, tuloy-tuloy ang pag-submit, and this is a political act on their part. Hindi naman pwede maglalakad ng sarili itong mga papeles at pumunta sa mag-isa sila sa Commission on Elections. Siyempre may mga tao nagdala doon at itong mga tao hindi naman pwede gagalaw kung wala sila pamasahe, wala sila pambigay 100 sa mga nagsasign ng mga signature, wala silang kung galing sila sa probinsya, mag-aeroplano pa sila o magbabarko sila o magbubus sila. So magbavan sila, magpipick up. All of this takes money, snack, per dime nila, gasolina nila. So clearly gumagasta pa rin talaga yung sinabing 12 to 14 billion na nilaan dito para sa People's Initiative ng mga bata ni Speaker Martin Romualdez. At kahit dinideny ngayon ng mga magagaling, ng mga palpak, ng mga spokesperson niya tulad ni Congressman Erwin Tulfo na wala daw talaga kinalaman si Romualdez. Bakit si Romualdez ang kinausap ni President Bongbong Marcos kasama ni si Zubiri? So ibig sabihin at after the day na kinausap siya, naglabas pa siya ng press release na at least daw masaya sila na ngayon daw pati Senado nakita ang kahalagahan ng charter change, ganun. So siya talaga ang behind dito. Wag na nila lokohin tayo ang taong bayan. So if you ask me, my analysis dito, this is really a direct insult and direct affront sa presidente na nag-order sa kanya, not only as the president but his cousin. So kung talagang nirespeto niya yung kapatid niya, ititigil na niya ito. So ang nangyari dito, siguro pareho rin siya ang view kay President Bongbong, ex-president Rodrigo Roa Duterte, na weak president si Marcos at pwede lang niya impluensyahan at utuhan, loko-lokohin. So yun lang ang kuwan natin dyan. Pero ang kawawa dito is the president, kasi the fact na kahit nagbigay na siya ng pahayag na itigil na yan, pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin, may mga tao rin can't help but suspect na baka binola lang ni President Marcos si Zubiri. Gusto talaga nila ituloy yung tsa-tsa. Baka si President Marcos talaga ang may gusto sa tsa-tsa. Kundi para lang hindi magalit at totally i-oppose sila ng Senado, they are buying time muna na kung wari, sige, itigil na, pero tuloy-tuloy pa rin. So we will see the truth in the coming days. Pero kung ako President Marcos, kung hindi man talaga siya mismo ang gusto ng mag-extend ng term niya, dapat he should call the speaker and give him a direct order at pwede nga pagalitan niya. Ginagawa mo akong gago, namumukha akong gago dahil sa'yo at namumukha akong weak dahil sa'yo. So the president should do that as soon as possible. So please share this vlog to friends and relatives, at lalo na makaabot ito sa mga bata ni President Marcos and also mga bata ni President ni Juan daw piling Prime Minister na si Martin Romualdez. And please tell your friends to subscribe to the Vlogcaster Armandin YouTube channel to join me in our electoral reform advocacy. Thank you very much for watching and see you in my next vlog.